All right, this is David Brox here with the Wyandotte Bulldogs. Coach Templeton here with some players. Why don't you introduce the players and kind of give us a rundown of early impressions of the early practice season of 2015?
Okay, to my right, I have Will Smith, running back. To my left, I have Elgin Hood, linebacker. To my further left, I have Liddell Whitesmith, linebacker. And to my far left, I have Cortez Johnson, center. The summer, we had good summer workouts. We've had about 40-plus kids come do summer workouts for us. We are very excited about the outlook of our season. We've had a good first couple weeks of practice. Our numbers have been good. Our participation has been good. Our athleticism has been good. And we're just excited to get this season started on next Friday.
So this second year with a staff under coach that came over, talk a little bit about second year, maybe some adjustments that you guys make from year one to year two.
Yeah, this is our second year together, like you said, and we've just grown more comfortable with each other. The adjustments we made is everyone is more familiar with our system, offensively and defensively. So we're not doing so much more installing, but now it's just more of just perfecting and correcting some of the things that we've done last year, and just adding on and improving on this year's offensive and defensive systems.
So we'll talk a little bit about some, leadership on the team. You guys had some seniors that graduated more, and those guys that provided that leadership. Talk about what you guys are going to be able to do to, step up and take that role over.
I think last year we had leadership like with Steve and them, but I think that the leadership this year will be a little bit better. We have 8 captains this year, so we have 5 on defense, 3 on offense, and I think we're gonna be pretty all right. I think our offensive captains, we be getting defense a little bit, but defense come back punching hard. You know what I mean? We've been having some real good practices. When we get down, our captains been stepping up. Like, come on, let's keep this thing together. Stepping up, being captains. And all of our captains, they're not upperclassmen. We have some lowerclassmen. We have Javier Contreras. He's actually a captain. Like I said, our quarterback, Marcus Jones, he's a captain as well. And we have Elgin, Liddell, he's also a captain, and Cortez.
So Marcus is a sophomore?
Yeah, Marcus is a sophomore quarterback. Going to be starting for us this year.
Elgin, talk a little. You guys got a couple of linebackers up here at the table here. Talk about the strength, maybe having a little bit of strength on defense this year.
Oh, yes, sir. The focus this summer has really been on defense. We had some troubles last year, and we really corrected that. We've been going over the board. I think this year I've been on the board more than I ever have. The coaches doing a phenomenal job of that. 707s, we've been performing a lot better than we were last year defensively, and just stopping our offense.
What's your first name?
Liddell.
Liddell Whitesmith.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about the offense, or what position you playing.
I'm an inside linebacker.
Inside linebacker. Well, what have you seen on offense? Are you guys locking them down? Are they being competitive, or how?
It's definitely dog eat dog in our practices because we're always going at each other. It's some of the best competitions I've ever seen. Like, we even have competition drills, offense against defense, to do some sort of drill afterwards, like a little bit of a punishment. And we go head to head all the time. Like, everything that we do is offense against defense to keep the competition going.
So talk a little about this year. You guys trying to get Wyandotte back in the league race, and Atchison kind of claimed it last year. Talk about what adjustments you guys are going to take this year to try and get back up on top.
I mean, the adjustments that we're going to take is just staying together, making sure everyone's on top of our assignments, focusing on what we really need to do out here on the field, picking everyone up. Because a lot of that last year, we were all getting down on each other, not focusing as much as we really needed to be successful. But now this year, I feel like we have all the tools that we need to be successful, pick everyone up, have a very great season.
So what are the Bulldogs going to look like on offense this year, Coach? I mean, a little bit of adjustment with the new quarterback, or?
Yeah, offensively, we're going to be running our same system that we ran last year, but we just added a few more wrinkles to it. We got a few more run game options and a few more pass games options that we've added onto it. We're just trying to build on what we started with last year, and each year just trying to build and build, add a few more building blocks until we get it to what we want is try to get a perfected system.
So who's some of the players that have stepped up that you got maybe outside of yourselves? You know, who stepped up? Who's going to surprise us this year? Besides, you know, we talked about Marcus at quarterback. Who are some of the running backs, wide receivers that we're going to see kind of light it up this year?
Offensively, of course, we have Will Smith. We have our senior running back. We'll have our quarterback, Marcus Jones. Wide receiver-wise, we'll have Marlon Chin and Darrell Lucas. Those will be some of the guys stepping in for some of the guys that we lost last year offensively.
How big of an advantage do you think it'll be for Marlon? He played quarterback last year. Kind of understanding and knowing the routes maybe make his job a little bit easier?
Yeah, I think it'll benefit him a lot just because he's coming from the quarterback last year, and he'll be playing receiver this year, so he'll have both perspectives, quarterback and wide receiver. So I think him and Marcus should be able to get on the same page a little bit easier and make adjustments just because they both know from the point of view of the quarterback's position of what's going on.
It'd be an opportunity they can help him along too, I guess.
Yes, definitely.
Who would some of the players talk a little bit about? Who's your biggest rival?
Right now, I do believe our biggest rival is Slagle. Yeah, they came out last year. You know what happened last year, or whatever. But they came out and they were pretty disrespectful to us. So it's still riding with us right now. So we really looking forward to play Slagle, most definitely.
Okay. Any other players you guys will call out, shout out that's been standing out in off season and in early practices?
I would have to give it to our running back Will Smith. You know, he's really stepped up from, when we were younger. Really playing a big role in our team. Liddell White-Smith. It's just so much improvement. Squad-wise, weight room-wise, so much more intensity. Getting us hype. It's just, I think it's such a better organization than it was last year.
Did you want to ask anything? Is it on? Hold on a second, Coach. Hold on. Is that on? Underneath you see a green light? Okay. Red light? Can you push it in and push it back out? Is it out, green now? Okay, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I just think it was a learning experience from just those close games and just being so close. But I think what we learned from it is that we have to learn how to finish a game and how to not make so many mental mistakes, because I think those mental mistakes is what hurt us in the game. It wasn't so much mental because physically we were able to play and compete with both teams, but it was the more mental mistakes aspects of the game that hurt us. Yeah.
So any shout-outs to the fans or anybody like that? Who we calling out? No shout-out?
Calling out.
Huh?
I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Hood. She's my bro's his mother, and she's one of our die-hard fans. She comes to every single game, and she's been there for all of us. She's like a second mother to each and every one of us.
Maybe talk a little bit about Coach Locke, his second year. What are your impressions of going into a second year with him as the head coach?
I mean, it's not bad going into a second year with him. I mean, he's shown us that he can be a very great coach with all the experience that he's had in his past before, taking teams to state and all that. I mean, I know for some people this still might be a new experience to them because they don't know him all that well, but take the time out to get to know him just a little bit, talk to him with off the field. He's a really great person. So, yeah.
Okay, very cool. All right, guys, I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.